All right, so let's talk about some essential Linux commands for Ubuntu server. And we've already looked at a bunch of these. I just want to go over some of them real quick. So the first one is going to be cd. And if you type cd, actually if you type pwd, print working directory, it will show you which directory you're in. You use cd to change directory. So cd period takes you up one, or you can do cd home. Let's go to, etc bin. Bin isn't directory in etc. We'll go to etc, that's user bin. Do cd / user bin just for the fun of it. So I can use cd to change directory, and you see as I've done each one of these, you can see how my prompt changes, showing me the folder that I'm in. cd tilde, by the way, is a shortcut that always takes you back to your home folder. And so when I do pwd, when my path says tilde, it tells me that I am in home David. Okay, so navigating around in the file system with cd is something that we will do a lot. Another aspect of it, let me go to my root folder here, or another command is going to be ls. So ls gives us our directory listing. Now my favorite way to view this is ls-l because it gives me a long listing, and it's going to show me my, whether it's a link, a directory, a file here. You're going to see our permissions. You see the color coding. You'll see the owner. You'll see the associated group, the file size. So all kinds of things you'll find using the ls. Now the ls we'll use to discover where we want to go. So I just did an ls. Here's my snap folder. I'm going to do cd snap ls-l, and this is going to show me things inside my snap folder. And this is going to allow me to navigate around my file system. So ls lets me look at my file system. Let's see what's the directory listing in this location. And then cd allows me to switch locations. So between cd and ls, that's what allows me to navigate my file system. Now, another one, let me cd home here. Another command that we will use is the touch command. So I'm going to do an ls-l here. I have no files. If I do an ls-la, you'll see I actually do have some hidden files right here. So I want to touch a file. So I'm going to touch test file. And now if I do an ls-l, you'll see it created a test file, or it created a file with that particular name. Now the reason we use touch, we'll frequently use touch to create empty files. The other advantage of using touch is when we touch something, it will give us, or it'll update the timestamp on that file. So let me touch my test file again, ls-l, and not quite enough time, but it expired there to really give us a view of it. But let's take a look at, let me see if I can touch my profile. So I'm going to touch dot profile. Now that file already exists. So when I do my, ls-la, okay, so here is my profile folder, and notice the time and date. Here it's January 17th. Previously it was February 25th. So that's why we originally created the touch file, was to update the date on a file just so somebody would know, hey, we're using that. But we also use that to create empty files. So we create an empty file so that we can demonstrate the rm command, which is remove. So I'm going to remove test file, and that takes my test file away. It's basically a delete command. Let's do ls-la just for comparison. And we see that sure enough, our test file is gone. So cd and ls help us navigate. Touch we can use to create empty files or to update time and date on files. rm we use to remove files. Now, cat is one that we've played with before. So cat, I'm going to cat /etc/password. And this is going to show us all of our passwords in our password files. So cat we'll frequently use to display the contents of a file. But you can see it ran a whole bunch of stuff past us fairly quickly. So I could cat that and pipe it to more, and then I could look for what I want. Let's say gnats, because that sounds entertaining. Or I can use another tool that's really, really popular, and that is grep. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cat /etc/password and pipe that to grep, and I want to look for gnats. And so what grep does is it looks for any line in a file or in a block of text. It doesn't have to be in a file, but anything in a block of text that has that particular whatever it is we told it to look for, in this case gnats. And so it displays that whole line, and then it highlights for us where it found that particular text string, in this case gnats. So grep becomes really useful because it allows us to search inside files or inside blocks of text. In fact, I can just do grep by itself, grep gnats from etc password, and it'll open up the file, find it, and display it to me. So either way, right, I can cat the file, pipe it to grep, or just grep directly. So grep we'll use to look for blocks of text. So just to recap, cd and ls help us navigate the file system. Touch and rm help us update and remove files. Cat helps us display the contents of the file, or lets us display the contents of the file. And grep searches files or blocks of text for information that we're looking for. So those are like 6 really critical commands that we will use off and on throughout the rest of these videos. So hopefully this gives you more of an idea of what we've been doing and what we will continue to do.